This is the place to go if you're looking for an awesome Danish town with stunning nature, cute streets and in general just a very bloody good atmosphere. I made an Instagram reel about this place that got 300,000 views in 2 days, so I decided to travel over again and spend a bit more time so I could show this town properly to you guys. So welcome to Svendborg, a seaside town in the southern part of the island of Funen, and without a doubt one of the most charming places you can visit in Denmark. Svendborg has been a significant town in the region since the 13th century, where the town grew around the harbour area. And the harbour is still a major point of interest in Svendborg and probably my favourite place to hang out. I actually think that Frederiksø or Frederick's Island is a pretty good indicator of the direction Svendborg has taken in the past 5 to 10 years. Because this little island used to be a proper industrial area that was basically a no man's land for the common folk, but nowadays it's the place to be. You've got this little burger joint, a super cool craft beer bar, a nice beach bar area, and it's generally just a proper nice place to hang out and enjoy the views of the boats and the nature.
I swear to God, I didn't mean to come like on the most booming day of the year here in Svendborg, but I guess I have. You've got, I think, a skate festival. So lots of kids and young adults are skating their little hearts away, which I just always love to see. And there's also this food market right over here. It did cost 75 kroner to get in, and I've got a dinner res soon at a very nice restaurant. So I don't want to be too full, but it looked pretty good, and I'm sure you can get a lot of locally sourced produce and fish from out here.
Another incredible thing about this place is how easily you can skip town and be in gorgeous natural surroundings within literally minutes. I met up with a friend this morning and we went for a run out in the east of Svendborg and in the fields around there, and then we jumped in the ocean as well. But it was quite funny meeting up with him because he used to live in Copenhagen and then he moved over here. It just seems to be such a common theme when you meet people down here. They're like, oh, you're from Copenhagen? Yeah, so are all the rest of the folks who are buying houses and opening shops. And like the locals I talk to about this, it's not like, oh, the damn people from Copenhagen are coming over. They're like, yeah, it's super nice to have like this influx of people with new ideas. And I just walked past a new cafe that was opened, and it could literally have been, you could have seen that in the meatpacking district in Copenhagen, which is like the coolest part of town. Imagine if a street like this was in Copenhagen, it would be jam-packed with tourists, but look at it, got it all completely to myself. That's the beauty of getting outside of the capital here in Denmark. Just walking around here in Svendborg, taking the side streets. There's a cute church, there's a nice building, and it's pretty damn quiet. It's because everybody are up on the main shopping street, which is decent, but I don't think that's that interesting, to be honest. It looks a bit like any high street in Denmark outside of the big cities. Svendborg is the gateway to some of the most beautiful little islands in this part of Denmark. You can take the iconic Helge on a boat tour, you can get the public ferry over to Ærø, go on hikes or rent a bicycle and enjoy the scenery at your own pace. Svendborg is also a pretty unique place because it has a lot of cultural offerings, something that's actually rather difficult to find outside of the big cities in Denmark. So almost every week you could go to a concert, watch a theatre show or maybe attend a small film festival. As you can see, there's a train station, so you can get here by train. Obviously it takes about 2 hours from Copenhagen, which is the same as if you drive or if you land in Denmark's other main airport over in Billund. Then I think the drive is like 2 hours as well, so it doesn't really matter where you land or where you are, you can get here in 2 hours, apparently, from anywhere in Denmark. The funniest thing happened when I said to my mate that I'm gonna go to this cafe, it looks awesome, like with a kind of French vibe, and he just laughed at me and said like, that's where the old people go. And then I get up there and it's literally like plus 60, everybody in the cafe, but it still looks lovely. So that's a tip for my plus 60 year old subscribers. Head down to Café Rouge in Svendborg. It's buzzing.
If there's one thing I find a bit annoying about Svendborg, it is the fact that there isn't really that many hotels. You've got a decent-ish hotel that's like slap bang in the city center, and it's alright, but it's quite expensive. I think it's like 1,500 for a night, which is pretty damn expensive here outside of Copenhagen or Aarhus in Denmark. Someone should start like just an honest, good hotel with not too much fuss at a decent rate, and I'm sure they would make a killing actually. Right now I'm staying out at Hotel Christians Minde, which is alright. It's quite old, but I think they've just restored a lot of the rooms, so it's decent, but once again, it's just so damn expensive, and I know that Denmark is expensive, but these hotels, man, it's ridiculous. So I'll leave a link below to one of the hotels in the city center, which I've also stayed at. I think I paid 600 kroner for a night, and there's no thrills about it. It's just a bed, pretty big room, and a toilet, and that's about it. But for 600 kroner, slap bang in the middle of the city, that's alright. But I don't really want to be paying like almost 2,000 kroner for just a basic hotel room. We're in Svendborg, not in fucking London. Thing that I definitely forgot about on a Saturday and Sunday, everything's closed. Or like on a Saturday, it closes at 2 in the afternoon. So the city is kind of dead now, and it's 4 o'clock. So if you want to do any shopping in the weekend, it's Saturday before 2 o'clock in Svendborg. Even the cafes are closing now. I guess everybody are going down to the harbour and having beers. But I'm not gonna go down to the harbour for beers, because I wanted to show you guys that you can actually go to a fine dining restaurant here in Svendborg. I've been there before and it's bloody good. For fine dining, it's pretty cheap. So let's head over there. The restaurant is in an old church right in the heart of Svendborg, and to be honest, I think it's probably the most beautiful restaurant I've ever been to in Denmark. They do this thing where there's a set menu with snacks and 4 dishes. Instead of wine, we chose the non-alcoholic juice menu, which ended up being a lovely surprise. It was exciting to drink something that actually suited the food instead of just a Coke or sparkling water, now that we didn't want any alcohol. If you get there on a weekday, I think it's only 750 including a wine menu to go with the food, and that's actually an excellent price considering how expensive everything is here in Scandinavia. We were there on a Saturday where we paid 750 for the food and then 500 kroner only for the non-alcoholic juice menu, which I think is a bit too steep, even if it tasted very nice. And that was Svendborg, guys. Let me know what you think and give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here.